Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Aries the Emperor here. I am back with another general reading for all of my Aries angels. If you are new here, welcome. This is an all Aries channel for all Aries placements. Cross watchers, you are welcome. To everyone, just take that in mind. All right, this reading may or may not resonate, so do not force the reading. Okay. Special thank you to those who like and subscribe to the channel, to those of you who comment, donate, share my readings, book personal readings, and shop the website. The sale is this the last few hours, so go ahead and hop on over there. Readings are on sale at this time, as well as candles and vegan friendly products, intention candles, especially here. Okay, www.ariestheemperor.com. Okay. As well as my email address. All right, my email address is down below if you have any additional questions. And my second channel, Kiss My Cosmo, where I read for all 12 zodiac signs. Okay, so let's jump into the reading. Let's see what messages come out for you. Sun is in Aquarius at this time. Moon is in, well, the next few minutes, Moon will be in Capricorn. So it's segueing out of Sagittarius and into, into Capricorn. Okay, so I'm just going to call a cap. All right, we're going to say it's officially Moon in Capricorn, even though a couple more days we have a new moon in Aquarius. So for me, I feel like people may be starting to not only recognize where they fit in society in some way, shape, or form, but they're starting to figure out very much well where they fit in with you, or if they don't fit in at all here. And I feel like you as well, there could be spaces where you were questioning whether or not you fit in or not, or whether this is a space. Clear the chakra, spirit. Throat chakra, spirit. If this is a space for you to actually be in, a safe space, or a safe person, or just in general, a place that is going to get you somewhere safe here. This could be all things that you are inquiring or wanting to figure out about yourself, discovering yourself. Taking yourself to the next level is what I'm getting here for some of you guys, whatever level that is for you. Everybody's end game and end goal is something different here. But I feel like there's also energies of people not understanding, knowing that it is a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, to be in an acquaintance, to say the least, to you. It's not a want, it's not a desire. It's very much so a pleasure, just as Venus is the planet of attractions and pleasures and beautiful things here. You are among that list, you know what I'm saying here. So some of y'all fortune could lie in your identity at this time here. And when I say that, I mean you finding yourself here. On so many levels here. That's what's going to take you to the ultimate level here before you leave this planet, or before you transform and go on into the next life and so on, or whatever your beliefs are. So let's get into this reading. Let's see what comes out, because most importantly, it's something about you, whether you're in the room or not. Let's get into it. It was like I couldn't speak for a second. Or every other word, I'm like choking over it. All right. Holy Spirit, angels, guides of the highest white light. And I am working behind the scenes to get you all's orders out, okay? Thank you for your patience, you guys. This was a surge for sure. This was unexpectedly, okay? I'm very grateful. Thank you to all of you all who have purchased, and to all of you who all are going to purchase, okay? All right, 7 of Wands. Sagittarius energy. All right, like I mentioned here, Sagittarius saying goodbye, not necessarily wanting to, but having to segue on up out of there, and let Capricorn in. This is an energy of business, is what I'm really getting, you guys. It's business mindset. Like the energies at play are very much so maybe something that you're not used to. Maybe some of you guys are, because this could already be some of alignment with the placements that you have, or that the energies that you have just been focusing in and wanting to introduce yourself to more, because that's a thing, it's okay if you're not of a certain sign, or you don't resonate with it in your natal chart here. But it's still good to be aware, you know what I mean here. So I feel like some of you guys could be doing that. And it's just like with the competition. It's good to know the competition, not to more so just be stuck and obsessed with somebody else or what's going on across the street here, but it is also good to be aware, because and as I'm saying this, look at this 5 of Wands, which is competition, and the High Priestess, which is being quiet about it but still being in the know, still knowing what's happening around you, for the sake of what you're putting out there. And I feel like there may be people who expect you to turn a blind eye or turn a cheek, or however that saying goes. It's just like, because you've known them for so long, they get a pass. Or they expect this level of loyalty out of you when they've never even halfway been loyal to you. You know what I mean here? You're still waiting on, and not to say that you're counting in a friendship or a relationship or a family member, you're counting what someone is doing for you, but you can very well tell when your mind starts to wonder, when you're going up above and beyond for people, and you're never seeing that in return. You're never feeling that. It's okay for you to be valid. You are valid in those feelings, is what I meant to say here. Don't ever let anybody back you in a corner and guilt trip you and just have you feeling like you end up resenting them, or this is vice versa here. Someone is resenting you now because you aren't giving them, you're defending yourself. You're standing up for yourself. And you're not just saying yes to any old thing here. You know what I mean here? And you have beliefs, and a standpoint, and you're going to stand behind it. You're going to stick beside it, whatever that is, whatever is pointing in your direction. Whoever has something negative to say against it or wants to go up against you and debate about it, you do have time for it, and this, I feel like, is the energy that people around you may be starting to feel, and they may be starting to want to project and point a finger on you and say all and have all these different opinions, and now try and see you or say you're in a different type of light here, or you're changed, or you're changing, and this is just, you're supposed to change. That's how you're doing it right. And especially if things are starting to be more peaceful in your life after you've made certain changes, growth is happening, you're expanding in some way, shape, or form, you're accumulating more, and that could be material if that's something that you wanted, but not just any old material. It is material that is gain, it's wealth, it's an asset, and it's that of not a liability here. So it's something that's valuable, even if it isn't in a money form. And this is also you, with you being aligned here and you taking that serious, and you not just letting any old body affect your decisions or play in your energy here. And that's what the 7 of Wands is. This could come from any area, any direction in your life that applies here. But one thing's for sure, this time around, they're going to have to put some respect on your name. This lifetime and the next motherfucking lifetime. Period. Number 7, I like to say is God's favorites. That's a number of. And that's you. King of Swords. Aquarius energy. Sun in Aquarius. Moon segueing out of Sagittarius. Okay, thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. I feel like you have people offended at how intelligent you are, how smart you are. And they just can't believe it. And some of them still don't want to give you credit for it. And these are people older than you. They feel shameful. They not to say like shameful. They feel, I don't know. You're just making people feel a little dumb. Or you're making people feel like, why didn't they come up with it? Why didn't they try that? Or how is this working? How are you doing? Is this just something to where they're watching, but it's still some sort of a side eye, but it's still some sort of you're playing chess, never checkers. Next level here, you know, people who are able to use bow and arrows, like that's some next level type shit to me. You know what I mean here? Because I'm knowing, and I'm not talking about like an electric one. I'm talking about like a real one here. You know, this has to take some type of mental, as far as you seeing the target here and you literally aiming and firing and hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Some type of mental strength here. And is, if I feel like it speaks volumes that this is like this, with this King of Swords here sitting in this one is sitting in a wheelchair here. You could be wheelchair bound or could have been at one point in time, but this is speaking volumes on you not needing certain things. Like you can still have the mind of a genius here and beat everybody in the room. It's not all about physical running, jumping, squatting, splitting and flipping. You know what I mean here? This right here is the power. It is just as powerful as a weapon. And that's is how speaking how, and then they're pointing at her head on this one. And then here with the bow and arrow, it's just telling me like you got a very specific set of skills, like on some taken type shit here. And whether that's like what you can do with your mind, like I mentioned here, you don't need all that extra shit, all that extra mumbo jumbo here. You are a threat to society just with this right here. And not to say in a bad way, you know what I mean here, but you're just somebody that when you figure it out, you figure it out here. And this is something that you may be an asset or somebody who has worked for the FBI or you've worked in heavy law enforcement or, you know, just up there in the bureau somewhere or something cool type thing here. Type shit. But yeah, people fear this. They fear the power of your mental, of your crown, right? Aries, the body part you rule over is the crown. The moon. Pisces energy. I know y'all see this, right? I know you see it. This gives an energy of, now this may not apply to everybody, okay? Of like, not to say conspiring against you, but somebody definitely, your mental is one for people to make sure they're on the same wavelength or try and make sure it's just like I feel like in certain settings and circles, like in like this just say and where you work for instance, if there's a few of you and y'all all work in the same department and you have to frequent each other, you know, bump into each other, it's like a vibe, you know, that maybe somebody carries there that is more higher than everyone else is here, and everyone else kind of beats to that drum or tries to compete with it mentally or the way that they present themselves, because all of that stuff comes together. It starts here, the way that you dress yourself, the way that you do your hair, your makeup, and blase, that comes from you and what's happening around you. That's why so many commercials and ads and social medias and influencers to try and make y'all today want to copy that. Times are changing, so they're having to use the internet now as we are segueing. If you pay attention, change is happening in front of you now, and this is what this is, the age of Aquarius, the internet. right? So this is just like, I feel like you are that energy, that influence, and whether this is your ideas that you bring to the table or this is something of the physical aesthetic that you have here. But people, they probably not going to tell you, and they don't want you to know this, but you may be somebody that is hard to really actually keep up in actuality here, and you just don't know that. You taking you for granted here. And just because you having to defend yourself all the time, or you feel like you're having to defend your ideas, or just respect that you're having to fight for, if you're in a male dominated type of industry or that type of thing here, or not just a male dominated, that could resonate with some of you out there, but just somewhere where you're not the normal prototype for that type of position or that industry or whatever here. But you could be going in there and unknowingly changing the game, making people feel intimidated and insecure. The boss, it feels away but doesn't want to get rid of you because you changing shit, or you know what I'm saying? Or it's just things that people can't overthrow you in here. And it's a domination type of thing that you got going on, Aries. Ace of Swords. This is clarity that spirit is making sure, like, nah, we're not done yet. You finna shock them again. We not done yet. You finna slice through this. That. You finna break a record on that. We not done. I'm finna bring you back. You know what I mean? Like, it's just an energy here of, boy, oh boy, would they like to rain on your parade. Ha! And then you got the King of Swords. They would say that's like Aquarius, Gemini energy. All right, acquaintances, friends, organizations, groups, people you hang out with. And the moon is people who don't really like you, possibly, or feel a way about you. They may think you're crazy, or vice versa. You think that they're crazy here, or you don't know how crazy someone really is behind the scenes here. The type of things that they think about and what they do in their spare time. Be careful who you attaching to, and who you call friend and who you call confidant. And however someone is seen in public, they're the opposite behind closed doors, and you know this. You wouldn't dare be wrapped up in a type of energy like this. Whoever I'm talking to, you will eat alone before you eat with snakes. The Hermit. I can't make this shit up. Virgo energy, you will eat alone with your lantern before you ever sit and eat with snakes. You know better. Been there, done that. Not repeating it. And the moon card is you ending cycles and you being done for the last time. Find you somebody else to ride off in the sunset to some bullshit with, because it's not going to be you. You know what I'm saying here? You have been delivered. You are now en route. You know what I'm saying? You have now been, your timer has begun. When you GPS something, it tells you you'll get there in 25 minutes or something like that. You have now just been given your estimated arrival here on some shit. And you got people that's just still on the back end, just wanting to paint illusions for some of you guys here. And not only that, just this may be people that's playing on your emotions in some type of way, or trying to, or I feel like this may be an energy that they may be moving into, but they in for a rude awakening. For a lot of you guys, you have checked out. All right. You are emotionally not available when it comes to certain favors, when it comes to certain acts, duties that people try and point you to that you are not over. Or not responsible for. That's what the King of Swords is going to let your ass know politely. No. You know what I mean? You are somebody who has what you have going on, and it's no offense to anybody else. You know how they really feel about you behind your back any motherfucking ways. So it's a hell no. Like we say and down here in Memphis, man, hell no. Just like that. And you're going to have a lot of people in their feelings. They're already there, though. That's the thing. So leave them, is what I'm trying to tell you. Some of y'all cut ties with these folks. King of Swords means hammer down. We through. Wheel of Fortune. I got directions now. This was a trial run, a trial era. I was lost. I can admit that. You know what I'm saying? Take accountability. Some of y'all might not even need to give anybody the time of day to even explain why you splitting. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how ignorant they are. 10 of Swords. So just watch out for yourself going forward here. But this is that energy of you accepting the assignment. And this is yet another cycle that you will be closing out. Because you are changing. You are morphing. This is a megamorphosis here. You see, this is like half Egyptian, half lion. I don't even know what to call it, y'all. But it is mystical. And I feel like some of y'all were maybe meant to work in the stranger than fiction industry. You know what I mean? The metaphysical, the healing. Or some of y'all just may need to go ahead and embrace it and stop running from it. Stop turning your back on it. Some of you are deciding to take the call, the job, the move, the advice. Some of y'all are doing yourselves favors now, getting ready to receive and open. You know, this finna be a new spring here. One that's going to feel very much so different from last spring. Different from any spring you've ever felt going forward after that. And a lot of it, y'all not going to be ready for. You know what I'm saying? But it's best that now you address any elephants in the room. Not for the other person, for you. Whatever that closure looks like, give that closure to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And at this point here, it's logic over emotion. That don't mean that you're cold-hearted by no means. It means that you are someone who is accepting who you really are. Like I said, your fortune is in your identity. And fortune is a lot. And it's of value to majority of the people walking this planet. So it's just an example just to show you on what caliber, what level of appreciation that you need to have for yourself, regardless of what low life loser hiding behind the scenes, hiding behind a computer, behind a keyboard, making up fake screen names, or, you know, just anything that's put out to try and belittle you. It's already beneath you. And it damn sure never had the power to break you. I don't care how many devils and how many devils men come behind it, baby. You got a spiritual army that'll splat, tat, 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 lay everybody ass out. I'm not going to make this reading long because I have candle orders to get out and soaps and oils. And this is just like with this devil here and then this moon card. Like I said, people have ill will intentions. And I probably said this in the last reading, but this is just how serious this is. And it's not going to apply to everybody here because, you know, there are people, like I said, everybody's brain is different. All right. What everyone believes in is also different as well here. So this is just a level of you just, like I said here, looking out for yourself here. That's the best favor you can do for yourself is to let go of what society deems as anything important. as far as something that triggers you, and learn to heal that place and make it a superpower for you, so that when you see things like that out there in society, it's no longer a trigger for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this that you see out there are illusions to be put up, to put certain people, or to put you in a certain energy so that others can feel superior to you. That's just that shit is invisible. It's or what's the word I'm looking for? Not to just say invisible. It's like, I don't know, invisible manipulation. I know that's not a word, but it's like brainwashing you to believe something that is not even real. It's ridiculous, to say the least. You know what I mean? So if you are different, don't be afraid of that. Be different. That different sometimes will walk you right into a building full of other motherfuckers that felt the same way and felt alone. And guess what? All of you guys are alike, and you can let your hair down. It's only when you get out that tank and you go surround yourself somewhere else and you start to travel. A lot of y'all, that's all you need to do is open yourselves up to a new environment. But don't just blindly do it. You know what I'm saying? Have a plan, where you're going, and all of that good stuff. You know what I mean here? But sometimes it just be your environment that you're not able to grow and flourish the way that you need to. That may not be for everybody, but I feel like that is for a few majority of y'all. Come from a place where hate is so real. You know what I mean? People, they do not support you. They're two-faced. They talk behind your back. And it's just, they say negative things about you. And then they come back and they pretend and they smile in your face. And this could be anybody. But I feel like this is just, you're not going to win in this environment. And you are working and going to be working overtime here for something that you're not going to achieve, on the account that the energy that you soaking up and breathing in is holding you back. It's slowly poisoning you. And that's why a lot of y'all also, it is that potential, or what's the word I'm looking for? The potential, you're going to need to see that inside of you. And for anybody else, they're going to have to figure that out within themselves. I feel like is what Spirit is saying in this. Because the Hermit is all about leaving from what everyone else is doing and focusing on your purpose, your path, your direction, your star, your lantern. What wise advice or what stepping stone have you not gotten up to gear up to step up to because you're distracted at this time? You know what I mean here? Or you're afraid to take that leap. Or, you're just someone that you giving out good advice, but you're not taking it. The Hermit is someone who has to get to the point where they are living in that advice here, day by day, second by second here, regardless of how long it takes. Okay, I guess I'll take these. I wasn't going to take them, but we have the Lovers and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. I said it in the beginning. You got people, and like I said, you may be figuring out where you stand with somebody, or where you just stand in society, or in your situation in general, where you are in life. You may be figuring that out. And at the same time, there may be individuals out here who are now figuring out where they stand with you. Oh, crap. I don't know if I can put that up there. But it's the Lovers and the Five of Pentacles, like I said here. And I feel like the truth is going to be revealed. Regarding someone that you may have held in high regard at one point in time. You may be figuring out just how they really feel about you, or don't. Or this may be a situation where you're needing a handout and you finna really find out how somebody really fucks with you, or don't. What they took from you, where they wanted to see you, or they don't. The moon and the Five of Pentacles almost gives me an energy of somebody faking something for you, or faking just to get close to you. Faking like them being spiritual isn't real. Them having good intentions for you is real. Like this is somebody that will leave you hanging, drop you off at the hospital and leave. Or these are these types of energies here around you. You got some takers. And majority of the time, all you did was really give. And now you're reflecting on that, how you're not going to do that anymore. Some of you have dealt with homelessness. And I feel like this could have been on the accountability of someone else that affected you in some way, shape, or form here. Got the Queen of Cups. Give me a few more, Spirit. From the Five of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. Like I said, this is a megamorphosis, a transformation here, a coming of age. And you got the moon here. New moon is coming up here in just a few more days here. Aquarius energy. That is a good energy, a good moon to manifest under. I'm thinking about charging some crystals underneath that moon. I don't know. So something could be happening for some of you guys this upcoming new moon, or past it. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and what you don't see coming, the Star. Yeah. Justice is right underneath that. And guess what's underneath that? The Wheel of Fortune. You know, it's just like when you at the airport, right? You sitting there, you're excited, you're getting ready to go on this amazing trip and travel the world and see things you've never done and create memories, or just whatever moment that is, you know, where the doors open up and it's travel time, baby. This is what Spirit is like. This is where you are at now. All right, you waiting on Spirit to open up the gate and let you on in. Like, this is how excited, or this is the feeling, the rush, the adrenaline, you know, of what Spirit is giving you a small taste of. You know what I mean here? And what's to come with this Justice here and this Star and this Wheel of Fortune underneath the deck here. Like, yes, that's it. You got your ticket. You know what I'm saying? You're just waiting now for those doors to open up so you can finally walk on in there and take your seat, your rightful seat. You know, and after that, the rest of the world open up for you. You know, once you hit that tarmac and you get the rolling, and you out there. You definitely out there. All right, so don't hold yourself back, and don't let anybody behind you, beside you, or up there in front of you slow you down. You know what I'm saying? They even got to be on the same beat or higher. It's all about frequency and raising it, especially, in this time period. So I'm going to leave this reading here. Hit that like and subscribe button for more messages from me. I love you guys. I've got work to do. Ciao.